Each summer, the St. Alexander's Youth Group heads down to Harlan County, Kentucky to help build or repair homes in the area. My sons had been making the volunteer trip for years. This year, the group was in need of an adult who could drive and help at the work site. I had the honor of joining the crew. I was already familiar with the 6 a.m. departure routine. A rental truck would first be loaded with equipment, tools, supplies, and food for the week, followed by personal gear. One after another, sleepy-eyed teenagers, some still in their pajamas, loaded their personal belongings onto the truck. The veteran, repeat volunteers had it down to a science. They already knew what community supplies would be available, and their gear was usually compact and light. They were also comfortable with themselves. They knew many of the kids and adults making the trip. They knew what to expect, and they were already making plans for when they arrived. The newbies, on the other hand, were a different story. Some of them had suitcases or duffel bags that were larger than themselves. The bags were often awkward, heavy, and busting at the seams. Invariably, one bag would always burst open during loading, causing further embarrassment to the child when Mom came running over to help. They were shy, they knew few if any of the other volunteers, and they were now wondering why they had made the colossal mistake of taking the trip in the first place. Furthermore, they were about to learn they would get the honor of sitting in the middle or hump seat for the next 9 hours. The deacon asked everybody to form a circle. He prayed for a safe trip. He prayed for patience with each other. He prayed that our housing would be air-conditioned, and he thanked God for giving us the opportunity to visit the people of Harlan. Then we were off. The ride down was uneventful. Most of the kids, roused early this morning, much earlier than they were accustomed to, would fall asleep quickly. 9 hours later, after a couple of gas and snack stops, we were rolling into Harlan County, where we were met by a couple of representatives from COAP, which stands for Christian Outreach with Appalachian People. COAP was formally organized in 1983 and was born out of an effort to provide relief to Harlan County when a devastating flood ripped through the area in 1977, causing over $100 million in damage. After the area was cleaned up and residents were relocated, people realized that this low-income coal community, one of the poorest counties in the United States, was in desperate need of improved housing. Many of the homes were built between the 1920s and 1940s as part of the creation of coal towns. Construction was basic, and due to impoverishment, sometimes little or no maintenance of buildings was ever undertaken. As a result, an acute need for viable housing arose in the area, leading to the effort to construct or repair homes. On the first day at the worksite, crews were quickly formed, and instructions and assignments were given by the local master carpenter that was assigned to the project. Then the work began. The veterans were off and running. The younger, shyer, mostly first-timers, were clueless, alone, and practically hiding. This was the crew I was assigned to. What a blessing it would turn out to be. Over the next few days, these quiet kids, with little confidence in their carpentry skills, and even less confidence in their social capabilities, would learn to paint, measure, saw wood, snip vinyl, make leveling lines, put up siding, and even lay roof shingles. And they would do this in the brutally hot and humid weather characteristic of Harlan County at this time of the year, weather that would grind grown men to a halt. In addition, they would also develop confidence and willingness to share their thoughts during free time and meals. Most importantly, they learned teamwork, respect, and humility. What first started as a job turned into a humble calling. And how could it not, when the owners of the dilapidated house came out to see their handiwork, when they wanted to hug the strangers who were being so kind to them, when you saw the tears of appreciation and gratitude for giving them a roof over their head that no longer leaked, that would hold heat in from the cold weather, and looked like a home someone could be proud to invite their family or neighbors over to visit.